Hi everyone, the Hebrew Book Week, touring Israel by bike, in historical presidential residence, and writing children books in the ultra-Orthodox community. Let's get started. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. The Hebrew Book Week took place from June 7th to the 16th. Book stands were open in many cities and communities in Israel, offering a variety of books at discount prices and special deals. There were also special activities for children and families. First, some numbers. Around 150 publishers participated in the event. This year, the organizers decided to raise their investment in the week by more than $1 million. 6,840 new books were published in 2005. Of those, 5,788 in Hebrew. 88% of the books published in Hebrew were actually written originally in Hebrew, not translated from other languages. Religious publications comprised 22% of the new Hebrew books published in 2005. Okay, so those were the numbers, but now let's turn to the real topic, the books themselves. Here's a look at the opening night of Hebrew Book Week. This year, organizers of Hebrew Book Week marked 80 years since the first book market was held in the streets of Tel Aviv. Has anything changed throughout the years?
Nothing other than the color of the books has changed since then. If you look at the covers, that's all that's changed.
Well, the book covers are more colorful, the area is significantly larger, and the week is in fact 10 days of literature celebration. But the Festival of Books was and still is today a time of flourishing for the small publishers that exhibited their books throughout the country.
I think it's also a type of demonstration that I can present my publication. I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the land of Israel. In the span of 3 years I wrote this book, a magnificent work of art. The book won a special seal of approval that has never been given to any other author before. It's called the Wooden Triangle.
Only during Hebrew Book Week can you find a stand with Hasidic scriptures near a fashion magazine stand. This combination brings a diverse crowd to the Hebrew Book Week.
Religious and non-religious, people come and ask questions. People are looking for things that will bring them closer to the Torah. Every person with his own issues and all their diversity. Children come looking for books they're familiar with, while parents usually look for books that have some depth. Books that have quality. That's what they call it. I like to read books. I come here with my family. I come with the children. Everyone loves to shop for books, to walk around. There's so many great deals, and it's an experience in itself. This book is called The Bald Book. Hey, it's got some very deep issues. I often visit bookstores. It's a habit. Anyhow, it's a special experience every time I come to the Hebrew Book Week, and I began coming 20 years ago.
We'll be back with books later on the program, but first, let's tour Israel. You came to visit Israel, but you're looking for a way to burn a lot of calories while finding hidden trails throughout the land. Well, the easiest and most convenient way to do this is by bike. Biking is the new fad in Israel. You can get almost anywhere, visit exciting places, see the sea, or scope the landscapes in the land of our inheritance, and burn calories. But most importantly, it's something you can enjoy. So who's it for?
Anyone can bike. First of all, it's an amazing family experience when a whole family goes biking together with their babies and with the older children on the trails.
Near the community of Shevei Zion, there is another reason to start biking, because in every corner you'll find something new. While we ride and join the team spirit along the main street of Shavei Tzion, we learn a little about this place.
This is a communal settlement. It was established in 1938. It was established secretly during the night. In the beginning, the first groups were refugees from Germany. Then other groups came. Some were from North America and some from Europe.
And if you're not convinced yet,
let me tell you why I personally ride a bike. There are two main reasons. One, it's healthy. Two, on a bike, it's possible to notice things, including places, that when you sit in a car you can't see. It's even better than hiking because you can reach the same places on a bike much better. It's a wonderful chance to come and ride in peace and quiet to find pathways and see animals that you would not otherwise be able to see.
So next time, tour Israel by bike. Now let's visit Jerusalem. Yes, again we're off to Jerusalem. As you've probably noticed, the tourist sites in Jerusalem are countless. This time we're visiting a home. Now, not just any home, the presidential residence of Israel's second president, Yitzhak Ben Tzvi. Among the houses of the Jerusalem neighborhood of Rehavia, hidden in one of the buildings, is the house of the second president of the state of Israel, Yitzhak Ben Tzvi. This site symbolizes the government of the state on the one side, and on the other, the personality of the people who lived in the city.
The house in which Ben Tzvi lived was the house of Valero, and it was purchased when he was chosen to be president. It was used by both Ben Tzvi and by Zalman Shazar, who served as president after him, until the president's residence, that we know today, was built. The shacks behind me served as reception rooms for hosting important guests.
In 1924, Rachel and Yitzhak Ben Tzvi moved to a simple wooden shack. Inside the shack were stone tiles, a menorah with 7 branches found in Pki'in, and many Jewish symbols.
He had a great love for the sources, for the land of Israel and its ethnic communities.
Ben Tzvi's activities on behalf of settling the land of Israel and strengthening the connection between the presidential world and the world of Judaism and the Bible are expressed honorably through the image of the Ben Tzvi Institute located on the site.
During the week of Jerusalem Day, our main event is the 10th annual marathon of tours. These are small, historic neighborhoods which were established starting in 1875. The way they were set up changed. There were neighborhoods started by a donor for the poor of a particular ethnic community. There were neighborhoods that were established by a group of community activists who wanted to advance the Jewish settlement in Jerusalem, building a neighborhood through wanting, in essence, to advance the settlement.
Ben Tzvi's residence reflected the spirit of the state during its first years. The modest appearance of the president's house captured the hearts. So come visit the house and learn a bit about the city's past and about this special leader.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
Now back to books. Menucha Beckerman writes books for children. As an ultra-Orthodox author, she puts a lot of thought into how to convey messages and ideals to the young readers through colorful and simple books.
Tamar's green wagon is big and strong. When she pulls the string, it comes along. Without a word, not even a please, Moishi pulled the wagon right to his knees. But Tamar pulled so hard, and yes, she won. She had the wagon and thought it was fun. But then she wasn't happy, 'cause Moishi was sad. When someone is crying, she feels so bad. Here, take it, she said with a smile. You can drive it a very long while. With laughter and joy they played with each other. They shared every toy like sister and brother.
Menucha Beckerman, a Haredi religious mother from Jerusalem, has been writing children's books for nearly 23 years. Menucha's books relate to many topics. They mainly teach children about relating with friends, families, and even with themselves.
The funny thing is, when I write these books, I find myself understanding myself even better, because I write about all kinds of situations that happened to me, and it helps me even, understand myself better and those around me. And that's really what I'm trying to do in the books, to help the child see with a little depth whatever happens to him, and how should be the right way he should react to things.
Menucha's books can be divided into two categories, educational and entertainment. But in the Haredi community, nothing is just plain entertainment.
My aim is writing a good book. But since I portray the life, or Torah life, automatically also educate.
One of Beckerman's goals is to teach children that life is not just black and white. Menucha's books try to bring depth into the children's world.
Many times you can see a certain situation, and if you don't think into it, you see, wow, that girl is so bad and that girl is so good. But when you think into it more and you look at the story, and you say, well, maybe it's not exactly like that. Maybe it should have been done this way, should have been done that way.
As opposed to the common opinion about children's intellectual level, Menucha feels that children have great potential to understand deep messages.
I believe even tiny kids, for example, have a humor. I think that children are as deep as you make them. And you have to teach them how to think. You have to give them the taste of depth.
Writing to the Haredi crowd, Menucha refrains from relating to topics which are not commonly discussed in the Haredi community. But in some cases, she makes an exception.
I have a book which is about a girl that didn't have a father and the mother remarried. That was the first book in the Haredi community speaking about that subject. And I like that book very much. Why did I like that book? Because usually, when you think about somebody who doesn't have a father, you think, oh, maybe she needs money. And I wanted to show that you can have a wonderful house, and they're not lacking any money, and she has a wonderful mother, but still you have to have the sensitivity to think, what are they lacking over there? And it was very interesting. I heard from a teacher that she read it out to the children in first grade, and then when she finished that book, one of the girls said, listen, I'm Yafale. I also have a stepfather. And she never dared to say that beforehand. And then she says, my mother got married a few months ago, remarried. And then automatically all the kids got up and told her Mazel Tov.
There was another goal in this book.
I also wanted to make this book a counter reaction to the Cinderella books and the Green brothers, who always showed the stepmother as a witch. And I felt that those books have ruined a lot of houses, because automatically when a child gets a stepmother, she feels, there's no hope, I can't be happy.
The characters in Beckerman's stories are suited for the Haredi reader. But, like in real life, there are also troublemakers in the Haredi stories.
Also in the Haredi community, you have mischievous kids, and you have fights between the kids, and you have everything. I mean, nobody's an angel. So when you write a Haredi community, you bring forth the same things that you really believe in your life. So it portrays in the book.
Menucha's latest project is aimed at the grown-up audience, a novel about life of a Haredi family.
Many times I know people which are not religious are very interested to know, how does it go by a religious family? How do they go about? Is there any love over there? Do they have feelings? And it really portrays how about a love story happens in a religious home.
Although until now she has written only one book for adults, Menucha sees her other books as suitable for all ages.
I say a good children's book it's a book that adults will enjoy too. Because if we think that we can just give a children's book which has no depth to it, so I think that we miss our point for the children too. And basically I think that in our hearts we're still the same. Even when we grow up, we have that child inside.
Okay, that's all for this week. Join us again next week for another edition. Until then, from all of us here at INN TV, Arutz Sheva, Shalom.